Welcome to the WNBA Playoff Edition. My name is Abby. This is for Monday, September 15th. Again, we have four WNBA games to go over. We're going to cover all four of these games. There's two games on Tuesday, two games on Wednesday. We're going to cover all four today. We'll cover them right now. I do have client plays on right now. They're posted up right now at sportsmemo.com on three so far on three out of the four games. I'm going to add a fourth game for a client play. I'll add that, but I have three out of the four client plays up now. But a fourth one will be added. So I have coverage on this game. I'll get into more detail on that later for the client plays. But this is courtesy of, on the front end, as you guys know by now, covers.com, line moves, totals, and the injury report. And on the back end, oddslogic.com. This covers all the latest line moves, totals, injury report. This is more in-depth information, up-to-the-minute information at your fingertips on the latest information. It's a very resourceful tool to use to gain leverage and gain advantage on the on all professional sports for where the money's at, where the line moves are, where the public and sharps are for these games. So it's a very important tool and resourceful tool to use. Again, it'll be in the description below, oddslogic.com. Take advantage of that tool so you can get ahead of the game, stay ahead of the game, and get more informationable and actionable information that you're going to need for all these professional sports leagues that we cover. WNBA, NBA coming up next month, college football, NFL, NHL hockey, college basketball. We cover it all here, oddslogic.com. So check all that information out. So we're going to cover we have the first game here, Atlanta and Indiana. This is game number one. This one here opened up minus 4.5. And total is 157.5. Atlanta's up 1-0 in this series. So this is game two of the series. This is in Indiana tomorrow night. And now the total has dropped to 4. It's minus 4. But we are starting to see some 4.5. So it went down to 4, then back to 4.5. So the consensus is 4.5 now. Total is 157.5. That's the opening number. It went to 158.5. That's where we're seeing it at now. Let me update that now. It was 157.5, but now we're seeing 158.5. So it's starting to move up a little bit. That's what I saw there. So we're going to look into this further. We'll check the injury report for this game. These teams just finished playing yesterday. So we'll look at the injury report now. So Damaris Dantas is still dealing with the concussion. She is questionable to play tomorrow at Atlanta. So she's 50-50. Caitlin Clark's out for the season, growing injury. Sophie Cunningham's out for the season, knee injury. Barry McDonald, foot injury, out for the season. Sydney Colson, leg out for the season. Everybody else is healthy. So we'll look at this now. We'll take a look at where the public and sharps are for this game. No action on it yet, still early. I'm not seeing anything here as of yet. I have a play on this game. I actually have two plays on this game. One of them I'm going to give out now. The other one I'm going to keep. Okay, so there's no public and sharp play on this game as of yet, but my play here, I'm gonna take. I like the Atlanta Dream at the 4.5. That's the client play I like. That's the client play I've given. So again, this is pretty much a mismatch with all the injuries that Indiana has. The injury bug is catching up to Indiana, and Atlanta is basically exposing the lack of depth that Indiana has offensively. Um, and Atlanta's defense has been wearing down Indiana, and Indiana gets worn down offensively, they have a difficult time scoring. And again, like I said, with all those missing pieces on offense that I mentioned that are injured out for the season, it's showing in this game, and I think it shows again in game two. I don't think anything's going to change, even if they change venues and go to Indiana. I, I think the result's going to be the same. Atlanta winning and moving on. So I took the Dream here. I like him here 4.5. I'd still take it. Now, if you don't like that client play, let me see if we can. I'm looking. Let me see if I can get a first half. I'm going to look at that. But if you shop around, some books do have 4. Some books have 4. I'm looking here. I'm looking here, and some books have it at 4. So you can still get it at -4. That's where I got the number. I got it at 4. I played it at 4 when I got this number. But 4.5, I wouldn't talk you off of that either. And yeah, I would take take the 4.5. That's the best. That's my best option for you there. But shop around, like I said, I saw some books that have 4, not a lot. Let me see. But shop around, see if you can get a 4. If not, take the 4.5. I lay the points with Atlanta. Um, no need to second guess this one. Definitely take this one here. I would recommend that. That's the client play. I have another client play for this game as well. You need to go to sportsmemo.com, Abby Sports Picks for that. We'll get into that later. So now we're going to move from the first game, and we're going to go to the second game. This is a 5% play. Second game is Seattle and Las Vegas. This is game number 2. This is a 5% play that I have. This one here opened up 5.5 Seattle. I'm sorry, 5.5 Las Vegas, that they're favored in Seattle. Seattle won Las Vegas won game 1 yesterday. They blew out Seattle. They blew them up pretty good. They're up 1-0 in the series. So now we're looking at here. It's at 5.5. We see 1 or 2 books have it at 6, but the majority is still at 5.5 right now. Total open up 161. I saw 162, but it's mainly down to 160 and a half. That's what we're seeing now. That's the consensus. So we're going to look into this game further. We'll check the injury report. So let's see. It hasn't been really updated yet. Let's see if I see anything of significance. Yeah, there's no injuries. There's no injuries to report in this game at all. Everybody is pretty much healthy. No injury report for this game. Pretty much healthy. This is everybody on the team for both sides. So we'll look at where the public and sharps are for this game. We'll check that now. Nothing as of yet. A little early. Very early. Yeah, so it's pretty much quiet across the board. I haven't seen anything. So what I'll do, I'll get this. This is a game 2, and I'm going to give you my play on this one. I'm not going to give you the 5% play. Obviously, it'll be another play we'll give out. So for me in this game, let's see here what we can give you guys. Let's see. Let's see what we can give. Let me look here. Let me see something. Hmm. I'm gonna I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna look at the. Let me take a look here. I have to give you guys a free play. Um, I'm gonna recommend. This is a recommendation. We'll say the over 160 and a half. I say the over 160 and a half because the last 3 meetings, including this game 1 of the playoffs, have gone over the total. So if you look here, June 20th in Las Vegas, the total was at 160. Seattle 190 to 83 over 160. Second game, August 8th in Las Vegas, 90-86. Vegas won over 165. Third game they just played yesterday in Las Vegas, 102.77. Vegas over 162. I see the same. I would take it. I would recommend the over in this game again. I would take the over. Vegas is, like I said, they won 13 games in a row. How about that? They're on a hot streak, and the offense is picking up at the right time. I don't see how Seattle's going to slow them down. I can't see. I think they'll get their points. I think Seattle will get their. I mean, Vegas will get their points. They shouldn't have a problem, and Seattle will get theirs. They'll get just enough to have this game go over the total. So I don't see anything changing. I would still take the over in this one, 160 and a half. Like I said, I have a 5% client play on this one, so you guys can check that out. We'll get into more detail into that later. But that's my take on that. I would take the over 160 and a half. So we're going to get to the third game now, game number 3. We're going to look at Las Vegas. Sorry, one moment. We're going to look at Phoenix and New York. So this one here, it opened up at -3. Now we're seeing it go to 2.5. It has dropped to 2.5 right now. Total 159 and a half. That's where it opened. I saw a 160. I did see a few 160s, but it's mainly holding at 159. It's holding at 159 strong. So that's the consensus for that. We're going to get into more detail into this game. And while we're waiting for the injury report, don't forget, guys, hit the like and subscribe button for more of these free and WNBA picks and plays while we wait for the injury report for this game. All right, so we're gonna look here now. Now, the big concern of this game, as you guys should know by now, is Brianna Stewart. She had a knee injury, and her status for Wednesday is questionable. It's 50-50. That's the big news in this basketball game. I'll see if there's any other injury reports for this game, but that's the big news. That's why the line's where it's at right now. I have a client play for this game, and I'll give you my lean for this one. Yeah, that's the only big news. The Brianna Stewart injury. She has a knee injury, so she's questionable for Wednesday's game, so she's 50-50. So my take on this one, and before we do that, let's get to where the public and sharps are for this game. Let's get to that. Let's take a look at that now. So we'll see where the action's at right now. Then I'll give you my pick for this game, what I like in this one, as a recommendation. So we'll get to that in a moment. And while we're waiting, guys, like I said, hit the like and subscribe button for more of the free picks and plays while we're waiting for this information. So again, it's been pretty quiet. No action on this game for Phoenix and New York as of yet. I guess because of the Brianna Stewart situation. No action on this game as of now. So I'm going to give you my play, what I like. I'm not going to give you the my client play, but I do have a recommended play that we're going to give you here. I would still take Phoenix plus 2.5. I would look to take Phoenix plus 2.5 in this game. This is a do or die spot for Phoenix. They're going to come out hard, and they're going to play with desperation. So I expect them to stay within the points. They almost won game one. They had a chance to win game one at the end. They blew it. They blew their opportunity to win game one. Had to go to overtime, and they lost. But I'm going to take them to stay within the 2.5. Wouldn't surprise me if they won outright. But that's the look I'm gonna. That's the play I would recommend. Phoenix plus 2.5. I'd recommend that. Now, like I said, if you want the client play, sportsmemo.com, Abby Sports Picks, you'll have the client play available. And like I said, we'll get into more detail on that later. We'll discuss that later on. But as of now, we're going to get to the fourth and final game. We're going to get to that. And that's going to be Minnesota and the Golden State Valkyries. We'll get to that now. So this one here, opened up at 10.5, total 151.5. Still at 10.5, although a few books are starting to get to 11. Some books are getting to 11. So it's getting up there right now. I do have a client play for this one. So we'll give you the client play here for this game. I will get that out now. But first, we'll get to the injury report, just to let you know what's happening in this one. We'll get to that now. So we'll see who's in and out of the lineup for this game. It's a crucial game. This is a crucial game too for the Valkyries. So we'll see what's happening now. I know Tiffany Hayes is still questionable to play in this game. We'll look at the other notables in this game. You saw Monique Billings get a little bit of action for game one. She did play. Don't know if she's going to start game two. We'll find out. But she did play game one. But I think she came in. She came into the game, I guess, when they were getting blown out. Then she came in. I don't know if she's going to start game two. We'll see what the coach does. But that's where it is now. We'll check the injury report, like I said. And I have a client play for this game that I'll give you. I'll give you that client play in a moment. All right, so we're going to see here that Tiffany Hayes is still questionable with a knee injury, like I mentioned. Looks like everybody else is healthy. Yep, just that Tiffany Hayes situation, but everybody else is healthy. So we're going to look and see where the public and sharps are for this game. Then I'll give you my pick, the free play. We'll give that to you here. All right, so there's no action on the side and total for this game as of yet. I'm not seeing anything. So, but I'm going to go ahead and give you my play, that what I like. And this is actually a client play. I'm going to lay the points with Minnesota. I like them here minus 10.5. I'm gonna lay the points here. This is a client play. It's very simple. Minnesota, they're a top tier level team for a reason. Everybody's in the lineup. They got healthy bodies now with Dejanay Carrington back in the mix from a shoulder injury. She is back and looking and playing very well on the defensive side of the ball. So they're a stacked unit. Minnesota. Kayla McBride's still stroking the 3-point shot. She hasn't missed a beat. She's doing her thing. Nafisa Collier doing her thing as well, getting rebounds and getting putbacks for scores. So I like Minnesota here. This is a well-rounded team, and Golden State, scoring-wise, I see them having a bit of a difficult time offensively. Minnesota's defense is just too good, and they can beat you many different ways. They showed that in game one, and a change of venue is not really going to do anything much, in my opinion, in this game. Minnesota, they're just looking to close out this game as fast as possible, get some rest, and get ready for round two. So this will be a business-like type of game for Minnesota where they take care of business so they can get as much rest as possible, like I said, for the next round. So I definitely like Minnesota here. Valkyries, to me, they're just overmatched, especially in the playoffs. Now it's in the half court. They're overmatched in this game. And Minnesota, they know now what they have to do to quiet the crowd and seize control of the game and win the series. So I'll lay the points at Minnesota here, lay the 10.5. That's the client play. You guys got it here. So we give you a play on that. I have no play on the total. I'm passing up on the total. I just take Minnesota, lay the points at Minnesota 10.5. That's the way to go. That's the way to play this one. So we've covered all 4 games in the WNBA. Everything's been covered. Nothing else to mention here. We have covered all the games. Again, now we'll get into more information about the client plays. They are available sportsmembo.com, Abby Sports Picks. Like I said, I have a 5% play in the WNBA right now. You can take advantage of. We did go 3-2 in the WNBA yesterday. We had a pretty good day, very well. Now I not only have client plays in the WNBA. There are client plays in the NFL. We have NFL action tonight. I have 2 client plays in the NFL that you guys can take advantage of. We went 2-1 in the NFL yesterday. We had a good day yesterday in the NFL. So take advantage of the client plays there. And I have a few other games this week. I've already bet this week to get ahead of the number and to get ahead of the spread. So you can take advantage of the early action for the NFL for this upcoming Sunday. I have 2 client plays already for that. That's all we have so far. So you can take advantage of those plays. Again, you can go to sportsmemo.com, Abby Sportspicks, like I said, and the client plays are there. And we have, again, some all access flex passes, all access passes, flex picks that you can take advantage of. And we have other promotions going on that you can check out, sportsmemo.com. Go there, and you can take advantage of those promotions that are available to you. And don't forget to check out oddslogic.com, like we mentioned earlier. Again, line moves, totals, and the injury report. This is a resourceful tool to take advantage of. Covers all professional sports leagues. Oddslogic.com. I'm going to have all that there in the description. You'll see that there later on. And the client plays, like I said, for in the WNBA, I'm gonna throw in another one. I have technically 3, but I'm throwing in a 4th one, so it'll be 4 altogether. And NFL 2 client plays tonight for the doubleheader. Then I have another 2 client plays for this week, like I said. So altogether, about 8 plays you're getting, 8 plays and more for this week for the for WNBA combined with the NFL. So right now for the WNBA, I'm on a 6-4 run last 7 days. I'm at a 60% percentage rate right now for the WNBA. 3-2 last 3 days in the WNBA as well. 60%. I'm at a 60% rate for the WNBA. All sports overall. I'm number 1 the last 3 days. Number 1 the last 7 days. All sports, covering all sports. That's the record. So you want to take advantage of my client plays so that you can cash these tickets, increase bankroll. So again, stay true to yourself, stay blessed, stay humble, believe in yourself. Again, go to sportsbumble.com, Abby Sportspicks for the client plays, and take advantage of all those plays that we have. We got a package for you guys that you can look at and take advantage of. Strongly recommend you doing that so you can, like I said, increase your bankroll, cash tickets, and have a profitable and winning day. So definitely take advantage of that. I have that there. Nothing else to add, nothing else to say. That's it. Again, the next time we will see you guys, it'll be on Thursday. We'll be back Thursday for the WNBA. WNBA bet will be back on Thursday. That's if there's a game 3. I don't think I don't think there's going to be a game 3 in these games. I think these games are going to end pretty quickly. But if there is a game 3, just in case, we will be back and we'll break down the game 3 matchups. Other than that, that's it. Nothing else to say. Nothing else to add. Good luck to you guys. Whether you fit or follow these picks, it's up to you. Again, good luck. Let's have a profitable and winning day and a profitable and winning week. And we'll see you on the next WNBA playoff edition. Whenever we get the second round games, we'll be back and give you that information. Until then, peace and out. Take care.